I ain't gonna lie. I've been trying to get at you because I could be the intern on Friday.
Man, if I could get it off,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get it out of Warner Brothers. They don't believe in the culture, man. You know what I'm saying? They don't believe
So they own the rights to Friday, you saying?
Well, they have the right to distribute the movie.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? So when we did the first one, they wrote in if we do this first one,
they
got the right to put out the sequels, you know. So
all of them,
all of them, yeah. You know, so you know, everybody telling me, man, call it Thursday, call it Saturday. But once I take the characters' names, it becomes a property of Friday. You know what I'm saying? So
you can't use Smokey.
You know, Day, Craig. You know,
okay.
So it's useless.
Wow.
It's useless.
Wow.
So they just need to come off that shit, man.
Oh, shit. Al walking up. Shit.
Yo,
this is too
I think the new generation need to get, you know, some of this this new Friday, you know what I'm saying?
I agree. I was ready to give it to him. I had 2 scripts. I wrote one, it was the shit. It was like, yo, we don't want Craig and Diddy in jail. Because Craig and Diddy went to jail for selling weed. You know what I'm saying? Before it was legal. And
Rock the bells.
Yeah. So I was like, yo, man, what you mean? It's like, this shit is funny. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, nah. Then after they rejected it, they had all these fucking movies about going to jail. You know, Orange is the New Black. Go to jail, get hard. And I was like, man, see, y'all fucking me up. So then I wrote another script, and the other script was really about, you know, I'm talking about the Friday scripts. My other script was about the youngsters in the hood having beef with the OGs in the hood, and Craig has to come back and squash that because Smokey's son is the new Debo and he's wildin'. But he's a little skinny motherfucker that'll shoot you. You know what I'm saying?
I love the script. Where this script at?
They tripped on it, man. They fucked around, and then John Witherspoon passed. Then Debo passed. You know what I'm saying? Just like a lot of the characters. And then Ezel passed. So a lot of characters, we was gonna go back to the hood. They just fucked it up.
Well, so one thing about it is it's an unbelievable franchise.
Unbelievable.
And it definitely needs to continue.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you before we move on. Is it going to be called Last Friday? The Last Friday?
I mean, it was gonna be called Last Friday.
And Chris Tucker, did he commit?
Not to me.
Not to you?
He told DC Young Fly something, but you know, Chris is slippery. He's slippery, you know what I mean?
Cause I seen Chris and Justin's, and I don't know if anybody knows what New York restaurant is. Justin's is an old school restaurant. So I seen him, and that was one of the things that I asked him. I said, "Are you going to do the Last Friday?" And he said to me, "Yes."
That's what he said to everybody.
Yeah.
Except you.
Except me. Yeah, you know. He didn't want to man, I don't know.
He didn't want to curse anymore.
That was a long time ago. You know, I don't know what's the reason now. But you know, me and Chris is cool. You know, he hit me up all the time. Q, what you doing? What's up? You know, but you know, doing that movie, I don't know what the deal is.
Right. Well, that's crazy.
Classic,
man.
Yo.
Let me just tell you something. This was a classic concert.
Thank you, man.
Like, I watched it. What's going on? Onyx in the building? On, you gotta relax, I got you. I'm on you, on. But listen, L, I can't believe how professional put together this is. What made you, because we had Onyx on earlier, and Onyx said something that was very important. They said that the Rock the Bells concert was initially started without you. And you went in and said, nah, this is my shit. I made the way Rock the Bells. Can you explain that?
Well, that part of it is I actually had to go and go to court, take the IP back. And, you know, I took the IP back. And
for people that don't know what IP is, intellectual property.
Yeah. So
the shit you do, you own it unless till you sell it or somebody steal it, then you gotta go get it back.
So I went and got it back, and then it was like, I feel like hip hop is not disposable. You know what I'm saying? And hip hop, the same way that Bob Dylan and Paul McCartney and and Mick Jagger gets celebrated, I feel like Ice Cube and N.O.R.E. and all these acts out
Busta
here,
Rhymes.
Busta Rhymes and
Onyx.
Fat Joe and Remy
Fat
Ma
Joe.
and Little Kim deserve to be celebrated.
Easy.
And like Cube said earlier, we gotta own something.
Right.
And I believe, like, I also wanted to make sure that certain artists that made a huge contribution to the culture owned a piece of Rock the Bells. No, fuck no. So that's why Grandmaster Caz has a piece.
Right.
DJ Herc has a piece of the company. Running DMC
I seen
have a
Chuck
piece.
Chill out earlier.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All of these artists have a piece of the company. Roxy and Shantae, Big Daddy Kane have a piece of the company because I want us to have something. So one day when I sell a piece, I'll be able to write them a check and they'll be able to have some fruits from all the labor that they put into, you know, this culture. And that's what I believe, man. Look, we understand greasy brown paper bags. We all understand that. But I feel like hip hop needs to be served on a silver platter now.
Right.
We need that too.
Definitely.
You dig? So that was the thought. That's the thought process.
Let's make some noise for that.
I've been listening to all your interviews. You've been promoting and you've been doing the right thing, you know what I'm saying? And we do need to be on a, hip hop does need to be on another level because like these old school, you know, country artists and all that can come out and sell out the stage. Why we can't do that with hip hop?
Right.
I gotta stop y'all for 1 minute, L. This old lady from the hood just now, before I left to come over here, she said, if you don't get me a picture with LL, don't come back around.
Yo, we gonna get you a picture so you can come back around.
Yeah, we definitely gotta take care of you.
But let me ask you something, Q. One of the most underrated movies of all times, which is one of my most favorite movies, was filmed here. Excuse me, filmed in Miami. All About the Benjamins.
Yeah, All About
Are
the
we
Benjamins.
doing the All About the Benjamins too?
See?
Because I could be Day Day. I could be Mike Epps. Because he charged too much.
Man, Mike might have to fight you for that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all might
like
have to arm wrestle or something.
Yeah, just put me in there somewhere because I can do it.
You know-
I do it for free. I don't give a fuck.
Once again, another Warner Brothers fuck up. You
No,
know,
it's the same people.
Same people.
Oh.
You know, New Line put out, you know, it's New Line Cinema,
Right.
which is now Warner Brothers.
Wow.
And so, you know, that one's tied up too. Players Club is tied up. Yeah,
Players Club.
Players
You
Club.
gotta
You
do a
got
Players
nothing
Club
else
part
new
too.
coming out?
You know how Atlanta is. You made Atlanta hot by doing Players Club.
Yeah.
Players Club was
Like,
shit.
cause remember in New York, we didn't go to strip clubs. We thought that was corny going to strip clubs, throwing the move, and then we seen Players
I don't know
Club.
if we thought it was corny, N.O.R.E.
At that time, and in front of other niggas, we thought it was corny. But then you went to Atlanta and you discovered that.
Yeah, you know, I went to Atlanta on a trip one time and I was like, yo, this shit is movie worthy. You know, I'm looking around, I'm like, yo. But I actually shot it in LA. I shot the movie in LA.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I shot it in LA. So
I was today
LA
years old when I
Atlanta.
found that out. I was today years old when I found it out. So that was.
yeah, I got a few coming out.
Let's talk about
But
it.
they, you know, they shut me down because I didn't take the jab and I would, you know.
Oh, you ain't take the vaccine?
Yeah, so, you know, I lost a little scratch because of that, but you know.
Yo, LL, so what are we doing with this concept? Are we taking this on tour?
It's an all-day festival.
Are we taking it on tour?
I mean, we need to take it around the world, I think.
That's what I'm saying.
I think we need to take it around the world and around the nation and around the world.
So what is the plan? Because this is a successful day. Me looking from the outside in, but being the inside
Very
looking
successful.
out, very successful.
Yeah.
I've seen so many people. Everyone's happy. I haven't seen no one complain. So are we saying this is Queens? We're starting it, and then next festival, Philadelphia.
Well, I don't see any reason to leave Queens out of the mix, but moving forward, we'll see where else we may do it. But there's no reason to leave it. I don't see any reason to leave Queens out of the mix. I mean, it's great for us. We can all do our things. If you have your show, we can do that. If somebody has food, they can do that. If you have your other businesses, we'll include them. Like I want this to be for
With
us,
Sweet Chick.
so we can be sweet like Nas and Sweet Chick.
Bun B's, Trill Burgers, yes.
You know, Ghostface and them, the Killer Coffee. Like I want this to be for us.
Right.
The goal is for all of us to be successful. You know what I mean?
You know, I want to just salute LL for being the steward of Rock the Bells, for making sure that he jumped in to do it himself, hands on. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to do that. When we came in the game, it was the, you know, the Chuck Chill Outs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It was,
Chuck Chill Outs.
Red Alert. Yeah, it was Red Alert. It was Marley Marl. It was people who took the music on, and ran with it.
Right.
And so when you got somebody as big as LL who do the same thing to make sure that it's treated the right way, you know what I mean? We should all salute LL because he didn't have to, you know, and it take a lot of work you don't see behind the scenes. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's a battle to fight for something this big and make sure it's done right. You know, he look cool, calm and collected. He don't look like there's no sweat, but I know he done worked hard behind the scenes.
It's real.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Blood, sweat, and tears to make sure this was done with class. So salute.
Let me ask you something, Q, because I recently, about 4 years ago, I did like a show for Big Boy, I believe it was on Power 106 in London, and I was the only East Coast guy on there. And I was so nervous, but I realized I was Latino, and I have actually a little bit of advantage. So I came out and I did my Latino records. Yeah, I did my Latino records. But right now, today, I'm looking at the lineup, and you are the only West Coast artist here. Is that uncomfortable, or is that something like...
Nah, Cube is both coasts, baby.
God damn it. God damn it.
Let me jump in on that. First of all, look, I got brothers all over the world.
Right.
Q, they've been tearing that shit up forever.
Right.
We was rocking straight out of Compton and Queens, Harlem like a motherfucker.
Yes, we were.
We all know that.
We were.
So he about to tear that shit up.
Yes.
And you know, his house, my house, we in this together. Because you know what? This is a brotherhood and sisterhood. This is culture. This is our culture.